We are in the middle of a massive shift in media history. The living room, once the undisputed kingdom of traditional TV, has been completely disrupted. Today, it's a battleground. For advertisers, the two biggest contenders fighting for your budget and your customers' attention are connected TV and YouTube. On one side, you've got the cinematic, high-impact world of connected TV, delivering ads on the biggest screen in the house through platforms like Roku, Hulu, and Peacock. On the other, you have the digital titan, YouTube, the world's second-largest search engine, a platform that reaches over a third of the planet's population. Marketers are caught in the crossfire asking one critical question: where does my money actually work? Which platform truly crushes return on investment? The answer is way more complex and honestly more surprising than a simple "this one's better." The pain point is universal: wasted ad spend, fuzzy attribution, and that constant anxiety of picking the wrong channel. You feel it, I feel it, the entire industry feels it, so we decided to end the debate. Hook. We put connected TV and YouTube ads in a head-to-head battle for ROI, spending thousands of dollars on each to simulate real-world campaigns for both brand building and direct sales. The results were not what we expected. They will force you to rethink your entire digital ad strategy, challenge your assumptions about where performance truly lives, and ultimately show you how these two giants can either fight for your budget or work together to make it unstoppable. By the end of this video, you won't just have an opinion. You'll have a data-backed playbook. You'll know exactly which platform to use, for which specific goal, and how to measure the results that actually matter. Section 1. Introducing the contenders, understanding the battleground. Before we dive into the rounds, we have to properly introduce our two contenders, because while they both deliver video ads, they operate on fundamentally different philosophies. They target different mindsets in different environments. Getting this is the absolute key to unlocking their ROI potential. First, let's talk about the champion of the living room, connected TV or CTV. Think of CTV as the evolution of television advertising. It's the ads you see on your smart TV or through a streaming device like a Roku or Apple TV. These ads pop up in premium, long-form content on services like Hulu, Peacock, and the huge ecosystem of free ad-supported streaming TV or FAST channels. For years, TV was a playground for big brands with deep pockets, defined by high costs and almost zero accountability. CTV flipped that model on its head. It promises the best of both worlds: the immersive, big-screen experience of TV with the precision and measurement of digital. When someone's watching a show on their 65-inch TV, they're in lean-back mode. They're settled in, relaxed, and focused. The ads here are usually non-skippable, becoming part of a viewing experience they chose. This environment is built for storytelling. It's about capturing attention in a premium, cinematic context. The real strength of CTV isn't just reaching a device, it's becoming part of a household's entertainment. Now let's turn to the challenger, the digital behemoth, YouTube. If CTV is the evolution of TV, YouTube is its own unique animal. It's not just a video platform, it's the second largest search engine in the world, handling billions of searches a month. People don't just passively watch content on YouTube, they actively seek it out. They go to YouTube to learn, to solve a problem, to be entertained, or to research a product. This is a lean-in environment. Over 70% of YouTube watch time happens on mobile devices, which means users are engaged everywhere, on the bus, in a waiting room, and yeah, even on the couch while the TV is on. This difference in user intent is critical. A viewer on Hulu chose a specific show to watch. A viewer on YouTube might be searching how to fix a leaky faucet. This creates two totally different advertising opportunities. One is about blending into a passive entertainment experience. The other is about intersecting an active, intent-driven journey. And this is where so many marketers get it wrong. They treat both platforms like simple video channels, making one ad and blasting it across both, then wondering why their ROI is a mess. That's like trying to use a hammer and a screwdriver for the same job. They're both tools, but they're designed for completely different things. In this breakdown, we're going to figure out which tool is right for which job. Let's get to the first round. Section 2, Round 1, the targeting gauntlet, scalpel versus sledgehammer. Every great ad campaign starts with targeting. If you're talking to the wrong people, the best ad in the world is worthless. In this round, we're looking at which platform gives advertisers more power, more precision, and more confidence that their message is hitting home. Let's start with CTV. The promise of CTV was always bringing digital targeting to the TV screen, and it delivered. Unlike old school TV where you just bought a spot on a show and hoped the right people were watching, CTV is much more sophisticated. The foundation is household level targeting. Using data from streaming services and third-party providers, you can build audiences based on geography, down to the zip code, household income, whether there are kids in the house, and even interests and behaviors. Addressable advertising means you can target specific households with personalized ads, a huge leap from traditional TV. Programmatic buying, which is how most CTV ads are now bought, automates all of this in real time across thousands of channels. However, CTV targeting is inherently tied to the household. The data is often based on the viewing habits of everyone using that TV. So while you can target a household that's into luxury travel, you might be showing that ad to a teenager who has zero purchasing power. It's a powerful sledgehammer, great for reaching high-value households with broad strokes, but it can lack the pinpoint precision of individual targeting. Now let's look at YouTube. YouTube's targeting is, in a word, formidable. Because it's part of the Google ecosystem, it has access to one of the richest data sets on user intent on the planet. This is individual level targeting at its most powerful. You're not just targeting a household, you're targeting a person. The layers are staggering. You have standard demographics like age and gender, but that's just the warm-up. Where YouTube pulls away is its ability to target based on active intent. You can target users based on their Google search history. If someone's been searching best 4K cameras, you can serve them a video ad reviewing the exact camera you sell. It's unbelievably powerful. You can target in-market audiences, people Google knows are actively shopping for something. You can even create custom intent audiences by feeding the algorithm a list of keywords and websites your ideal customer would be looking at. And then there's remarketing. You can retarget anyone who's watched your videos, visited your website, or used your app. This lets you build a sophisticated funnel right inside the platform. YouTube's targeting isn't a sledgehammer, it's a scalpel. So who wins this round? 4. Precision and performance. The winner is YouTube. The ability to tap into Google's ocean of search and behavior data to target individuals is unmatched. For any campaign where you need to reach a specific person with a specific need, YouTube provides a clear path to ROI. 4. High-value household reach. The winner is connected TV. When your goal is to get your brand talked about in a household, especially for big-ticket items like cars or vacations where decisions are made together, CTV's power to own the living room screen is incredibly effective. This isn't a simple victory, it's about different tools for different jobs. The scalpel is for precision surgery, the sledgehammer is for making a big impact. The trick is knowing when you need to operate and when you need to demolish. Section 3, Round 2, the viewing experience, captive audience versus active engagement. Now that we know who we're talking to, let's analyze how they experience our ads. The environment an ad is viewed in dramatically impacts its effectiveness. An ad isn't just the creative, it's the context. This round is all about the viewing experience and, crucially, how much of the ad people actually watch. Let's head back to the living room with connected TV. The CTV environment is defined by premium, long-form content and that lean-back posture. The ads are usually placed in pre-roll or mid-roll slots like a traditional TV commercial break. The single most dominant stat here is the ad completion rate. CTV ads boast completion rates that average 90% or higher. Why? Because the vast majority are non-skippable. The viewer has made a deal, free content in exchange for watching a few ads. This creates a captive audience. You have their screen's attention for the full 15, 30, or even 60 seconds. This is an incredible opportunity for storytelling. You can explain a value proposition, show a product in detail, and build brand affinity without worrying about being skipped after 5 seconds. The environment is less cluttered, the screen is bigger, and the viewer is psychologically primed for a more receptive experience. This high completion rate is a huge driver of CTV's brand building power, leading to higher brand recall and purchase intent. Now let's switch to YouTube. The YouTube experience is a lean-in world, often on a smaller personal screen. The main ad format is the skippable in-stream ad. We all know the dance. You have 5 seconds to grab attention before the viewer's finger hovers over that skip ad button. This forces a completely different creative approach. You can't save your punchline for the end. You have to front-load your value and create immediate intrigue. The completion rate for these skippable ads is naturally much lower than on CTV, sometimes as low as 15–30%. But this isn't a bad thing, it's a filter. When a viewer chooses not to skip your ad, it signals a much higher level of interest. You're no longer holding them captive. They are willingly engaged. Plus, YouTube's cost per view (CPV) model means you only pay when someone watches at least 30 seconds of your ad or interacts with it. It's a hyper-efficient model. You don't pay for the people who weren't interested anyway. You only pay for the engaged viewers. This self-selection is a powerful tool for performance marketers. So, who takes the crown for viewing experience? For Pante, guaranteed message delivery and storytelling. The winner is Ido Connected TV. A completion rate well into the 90s in a premium environment is unbeatable for brands that need time to tell their story. It's the champion of building a brand narrative. For efficient, qualified engagement, the winner is YouTube R. The skippable format and CPV model create a powerful qualification filter. It ensures you're only paying for viewers who show real interest, making it an incredibly efficient engine for driving action. This round highlights a core advertising debate. Is it better to force everyone to watch your ad or only pay for those who choose to? The answer depends entirely on your goal. Mid-roll CTA. We're halfway through, and it's clear that deciding between these platforms is all about deep strategy. If you're finding this breakdown valuable, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. We release deep dives like this every week to help you get more from your marketing budget. And if you're struggling to figure out how to apply these insights to your own business, there's a link in the description to book a free marketing review with my team. We can help you build a data-driven media plan. Now, let's get back to the fight. Section 4, Round 3. The cost and ROI calculation, CPMs, CPVs, and the true value of a view. This is the round everyone's been waiting for. At the end of the day, the numbers have to make sense. Where does your dollar go further? Let's begin with connected TV. CTV is primarily priced on cost per mille, CPM, which is the cost per thousand impressions. And let's be upfront, CTV CPMs are premium. For high-quality inventory, you can expect CPMs from $20 to $40 and sometimes even higher. That can cause sticker shock for marketers used to social media prices. So why is it so expensive? You're paying for that guaranteed, completed view in a premium, large-screen environment we just talked about. But a high CPM doesn't automatically mean low ROI. The argument for CTV is that the quality of each impression is significantly higher. Because people see the whole ad, the impact is greater, which often translates to better downstream metrics. For example, brands often see a higher average order value, AOV, from CTV campaigns because the story-driven ads create a more confident buyer. Some studies have even shown that CTV can deliver a higher ROI than traditional TV for this very reason. When you factor in those downstream benefits, the high initial CPM starts to look a lot more reasonable. Now let's analyze YouTube. YouTube runs on a flexible auction model. The most common bidding option is cost per view, CPV, where you only pay for engaged viewers. This is where YouTube becomes incredibly cost-effective. Average CPVs are often just a few cents. This lets you get your message in front of a massive audience and only pay for those who show genuine interest. You can test creatives, find winning audiences, and gather data without a huge upfront investment. For non-skippable ads, YouTube also uses a CPM model, which is generally lower than premium CTV placements. The key takeaway for YouTube's cost is its efficiency and flexibility. The ROI for direct sales is often easier to measure and optimize in real time. For e-commerce brands, YouTube ads have been shown to generate significantly higher sales and ROI compared to other platforms. So, who wins the battle of cost and ROI? For brand building and high-quality impressions, the victor is connected TVEO. The upfront CPM is high, but you're paying for a guaranteed completed view in the most premium video environment there is. For campaigns focused on awareness and long-term customer value, those high-impact impressions provide a powerful return. For performance, efficiency, and scalability, the winner is YouTube. The low-cost CPV model allows for incredibly efficient testing and scaling of conversion-focused campaigns. It's the undisputed champion for advertisers who need to prove direct, measurable ROI on a tight budget. This round reveals the core economic trade-off. Do you want to pay a premium for guaranteed impact or pay less for demonstrated interest? The answer defines your media strategy. Section 5. Round 4. The Measurement and Attribution Challenge. Half the money I spend on advertising is wasted. The trouble is, I don't know which half. That famous quote perfectly captures the anxiety of marketing. Measurement is where the rubber meets the road. Can you prove your ads are actually working? Let's start with CTV. Measurement has historically been CTV's Achilles heel. Attributing direct results has been a major challenge. The problem is twofold. A TV is a shared household device, and you can't click on a TV ad. This breaks the standard model of digital attribution. But the industry is innovating fast. Attribution partners now use sophisticated cross-device graphing. They match the IP address of the household that saw the CTV ad with other devices on the same network, like laptops and phones. If a purchase happens on a laptop shortly after a CTV ad was viewed, they can connect the dots. It's not perfect, but it's getting much better. Another way to measure impact is through brand lift surveys, which poll viewers to measure changes in brand awareness and purchase intent. And some platforms are even integrating QR codes into ads, letting viewers scan them with their phones to go straight to a product page. Still, CTV attribution is more complex and often focuses on correlation and lift rather than direct clicks. Now, let's examine YouTube. As part of the Google Ads ecosystem, YouTube has some of the most sophisticated analytics tools on the market. Measurement is a core strength because users are logged into their Google accounts across devices. Tracking the customer journey is far more seamless. Someone can see an ad on their phone, search for the product later on their desktop, and finally buy it. Google connects it all. The dashboard gives you a fire hose of real-time data, views, clicks, cost per conversion, and return on ad spend, ROAS. You can see exactly which ads and audiences are driving results and optimize on the fly. This tight feedback loop is a performance marketer's dream. You can A/B test creatives and get clear quantitative data on what works in hours or days. For any campaign with a direct conversion goal, YouTube's measurement is transparent and built for optimization. So, who wins the measurement round? For LTD, direct response and performance optimization, the winner by a long shot is YouTube. Its native integration with Google's Analytics suite provides unmatched real-time tracking of what's working. It's a platform built to prove its own value. For DEO, measuring top-of-funnel impact and brand lift, Connected TV holds its ground. While direct attribution is tougher, its primary tools, like brand lift surveys and cross-device analysis, are designed to quantify the metrics that matter most for brand advertisers: awareness, recall, and intent. This round shows you have to measure what matters for your specific goal. Demanding direct click ROI from a top-of-funnel CTV campaign is setting it up for failure, just as ignoring the rich conversion data from YouTube is a huge missed opportunity. Section 6, the wildcard contender, the best of both worlds. Just when you think the battle lines are clear, a hybrid contender enters the ring: YouTube on connected TV. This isn't a separate platform, but a crucial segment of your YouTube campaigns. A huge and growing chunk of YouTube content is now watched on a TV screen. In fact, YouTube is often one of the most watched channels on any CTV device. This creates a fascinating intersection of our two contenders. When you run a YouTube ad campaign, you can specifically target or analyze performance on TV screens. This means you can get YouTube's hyper-granular targeting, but have your ad delivered in the lean-back, big-screen environment of CTV. You get the data and precision of Google with the cinematic impact of the living room. The data shows this is a powerful mix. YouTube CTV ads can see high view rates at efficient costs, combining the engagement of CTV with the auction dynamics of YouTube. For advertisers, this can feel like the best of both worlds. You can use YouTube's powerful in-market and remarketing audiences to reach high-intent individuals, but present your message in a premium setting. Kia, for example, saw a 3.6x lift in conversion rates when they put QR codes in their YouTube CTV campaigns, proving you can blend big-screen branding with direct response capabilities. This wildcard doesn't replace programmatic CTV for reaching audiences across the entire streaming universe, or mobile desktop YouTube for on-the-go engagement. But it's a critical bridge between them. It forces us to stop thinking in silos and start thinking about the viewer's context. Your YouTube strategy must have a CTV component, and your CTV strategy has to acknowledge that YouTube is a giant in that space. Section 7, the final verdict: building your unbeatable strategy. So, after all that, who's the winner in the fight for ROI? As you've seen, there's no single champion. The real winner is the marketer who understands which platform to use for which objective. The ultimate ROI comes from using both intelligently. Here is the final verdict and your strategic playbook. Use connected TV when your primary goal is brand building and creating long-term demand. For emotional storytelling, If your brand has a complex story, the non-skippable cinematic environment of CTV is your stage. The high completion rates ensure your narrative is delivered in full. For top-of-funnel awareness. When launching something new, CTV is great at generating brand awareness and recall, filling the top of your funnel with an audience that will convert later. Studies consistently show CTV drives significant lift in brand awareness and recall, meant to reach high-value households. For products where the decision is made at a household level, like cars, travel, or finance, CTV's household targeting is perfect for getting your brand into the family conversation. Use YouTube ads when your primary goal is performance, direct conversions, and measurable ROI. For driving sales and leads. If you need to generate sales or leads, today, YouTube's intent-based targeting and direct response formats are your best bet. Targeting users based on their Google searches is as close to a guaranteed interested audience as you can get. For retargeting and funnel acceleration. YouTube is an unparalleled engine for nurturing leads. Its ability to retarget website visitors allows you to stay top of mind and guide prospects toward a conversion. For efficient testing and scaling. With its low CPV model, YouTube lets you test creative audiences and offers without breaking the bank. You can find what works, prove ROI on a small scale, and then confidently scale your success. The synthesis: how to use both for maximum ROI. The smartest advertisers don't see this as an either-or choice. They see it as a sequence. They use CTV and YouTube together in a virtuous cycle. 1. Fill the funnel with CTV. Start with a broad awareness campaign on connected TV. Use its storytelling power to introduce your brand to new high-value households. Measure success with brand lift surveys and by tracking website traffic from your target areas. You're planting the seeds. 2. Capture the intent with YouTube. As awareness for your brand grows, people will start searching for it. They'll look for reviews and tutorials. Be there on YouTube to answer those questions. Use YouTube's search-based targeting to capture the demand your CTV campaign just created. 3. Retarget and convert. Now, use YouTube's powerful remarketing to serve direct response ads to users who saw your CTV campaign via cross-device data or engaged with your YouTube content. Drive them to your website to make a purchase. This integrated approach leverages the strengths of each platform. CTV creates the demand. YouTube captures and converts it. This is how you build a holistic video advertising machine that crushes ROI across the entire customer journey. Conclusion and CTA. The battle between connected TV and YouTube isn't about supremacy, it's a lesson in strategy. The pain of wasted ad spend comes from using the wrong tool for the job. By understanding the unique strengths of CTV's brand-building power and YouTube's performance-driving engine, you can finally build a cohesive strategy where every dollar works harder. What's been your experience? Have you seen better ROI from CTV or YouTube for your business? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read and respond to everyone. This conversation helps all of us get better. And if you're ready to build your own integrated video strategy, don't forget to download our free CTV and YouTube ROI playbook from the link in the description. Thanks for watching.